Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to GeoGuessr Japan. It has been a good while since I uploaded on here. Today I'm joined by Mumrick, who is a professional GeoGuessr player and also one of the, if not the best player in the world at Japan, at least outside of Japan. Would you say that's accurate, Mumrick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
there are a couple of really good players. I would say at least it should be one of the top ones. Yeah.
Nice. And yeah, let's see what we get here. Is there anything to say to the viewers or anything like that about Japan in general or anything before we talk about these rounds?
Well, Japan is a lot about infrastructure.
Yeah.
And so usually whenever you start a round in Japan, it's just immediately look for a pole or a bollard or anything like that.
Absolutely. Okay, so first things first, I noticed we've got the stick pole top, and I mean the stick pole top I associate with being like Osaka or West for the most part, like or Kansai and West.
Yes, however, this is a special one. So
yeah. Okay.
We do have some other good.
So we have this one as well, and I think because it's connected to the top, that would mean it's a Kanto one / I mean maybe Okinawa as well, right?
Like this one has, it's almost like a plate or something at the top.
Yeah.
Or as our good friend Harvard likes to call it, a butt plug, but you know.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Harvard.
Yeah, and at least those stupid explanations at least stick in people's head. So.
Definitely. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Okay.
The other one you can mix it up with is the Chugoku one. But
yeah. That one would be attached often to the side, right? Or...
Yeah, it has sort of like these rectangular brackets that are connected on the top side.
Right. Okay.
I'm sure we'll come across one of those in a bit. So.
Undoubtedly. Okay, can I see anything else? I mean, we've got the square here. That would also be a Kanto one. And then, okay, it is Kanto because we got the transformer resting on the wooden plate. I remember that's a Kanto one. So, yeah I'm relatively certain we're Tokyo region here. Maybe like Chiba or something. I don't
know. I guess one thing that is very good to know is just knowing the general topography of Japan really helps, because you usually can cut it down to a region really quickly with the poles, and then if you don't know more specific prefecture.
So let's see, if I clicked here, would that make sense with such a hill? Perhaps.
I mean, it does have hills, however, that area in general, outside of like Okinawa, that is one of the areas that usually looks the most tropical.
Yeah, the reason I clicked it because I saw these ones, but
could still be
Ibaraki maybe.
Ibaraki would make sense. Maybe I sent you away from the 5K, but
we'll find out. Doesn't matter anyway. But okay, anything else to point out here? Because obviously I saw some things, but maybe there's others as well. We do have the silver plate, I guess, as well.
Yeah. In this round, I don't see too much other specific things. I mean, I guess maybe for you at this point is not too common or too useful, but on this orange signpost, which holds a mirror, it will say, in this case it says the city name here. So I guess that is also one thing that is pretty good to learn, is the kanji for city, which is the bottom one.
Yeah. I've seen that.
And the kanji for town as well. Because once you have one of those, you usually can at least character compare.
Yeah, true.
And especially when it comes to city ones, they are obviously easier to find than town ones.
Yeah, that's of course the case, I mean, character compare probably more useful in like a 25k run or like something like that, I guess.
For time pressure, but it can definitely help out. At least being aware of it. Has so many places.
Yeah.
You just zoom in and it just keeps on popping up more and more.
Literally like 2 times more people than Australia right here.
Yeah, so
Okay, should we say
if I don't immediately know the place name, I usually just try to region guess based off of landscape.
Sure. Okay, let's find out if we were right.
Oh, and there's also, actually, yeah. I just saw it in last second, but there was an area code on that sign.
So let's see what that was. Was it this direction?
Just above the mirror.
Where was
at the bottom of that, like on the lamp.
Ah, sure. Indeed.
There.
0429. That is also the same way my mobile phone number starts in real life. There you go.
Oh.
Or my mom's. That's just a generic code, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Saitama. Next one here. We'll look away from the pole first. Once again, we have the stick pole, this time with the side connection. So last time we saw the stick pole, that's kind of unusual, right?
Yeah, there's a way to tell that one apart, because usually it never really has any connection at the top, and the bar in Kanto has a lot of holes, like both longer holes and a lot of small holes on the top. So.
Okay, well this one doesn't have many holes. It has like a couple on the top and the bottom.
Yeah, but those are like small enough that they can sort of be ignored. But in this case, we have some pretty good both transformer and the way the transformer connects up to the top.
Yeah, so the transformers are like either side, which I know is something associated with Kyushu, but I can't remember what the box means.
Yeah, the one for Kyushu is for Kyushu they're mounted like completely opposite to each other, so 180 degrees opposite to each other. Okay. And in this case, they're like more of a 45-degree angle out to either side. Yeah. And that box or window or whatever you want to call it is a common attachment that you find in Kansai, Tohoku, and sometimes in Hokkaido as well. But mainly you think Kansai and Tohoku. Okay. Especially when you have a bar sticking out from that square. Okay, and I'm relatively sure with these trees that we would be thinking more so of Kansai here, but let's have a look around. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it kind of looks like this area to me, maybe like... I mean, no, that's I guess too far, but maybe like Kobe or something. Okay. So we have like a big square. That's kind of interesting. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a ton of pole attachments that you could learn. One thing to remember, like which one is which for the square, is if the bar that sticks out is at the bottom, you're in Kansai. Right. And if it sticks out of the top of the square, then it's in Tohoku. So you just think like up Tohoku, down Kansai. Down Kansai, yeah, gotcha. Okay, let's have a look at this then, now that we've exhausted everything. So the 22 and the 42, so the 42 is going to be the bigger one as far as I remember. Yeah, and the way that works is that it, like the sign there, it just says that we're going towards the 42, we're not on the 42. Right. We're on the prefectural 22. Prefectural 22, I see. So these will occur each in each prefecture. Yeah, exactly. So then it says, I think it says Osaka or something there. So maybe we're in. I don't know. Was the 42 go through there? Not really. So maybe we're in like Wakayama or something. Yeah, I would say this looks very Wakayama in general, though I sometimes struggle telling apart Hyogo and Wakayama. That this more like southern vibe. Usually a lot of the coverage is also very sunny there, but slightly smaller hills, very warm vibe. Usually I like to think about Wakayama, like coastal Wakayama. Okay. And southern Hyogo also has kind of like these smaller hills and also a very warm vibe sometimes. So if I only go for score and I can't tell which I want to go with, I click Awaji Island. Right, yeah, that's reasonable. I can't find the 22 though.
They're all like kind of. They're all. Am I not zoomed in enough? Oh, that's why. I see.
Yeah. It's also you have Arriba and Yuasa, which are 2 places just south of Wakayama City.
What's the other one?
Yeah, somewhere in that area.
Yeah, let's go here. Nice. Excellent. Okay, next one. 2 vertically placed plates here, so that's basically the standard way.
You can at least, like, as long as you can exclude that it is like one of the plates is longer, so you can exclude Hokkaido, then all of a sudden you at least know that you're in the southern half of the country. So
yeah, that is nice, of course. Okay, these, they look, is that ever a Chukoku Gaiwaya? It looks kind of similar.
It does look like it could be one of those. They come in quite a few variations.
Okay.
But the fact that it has 2 wires sticking out on from a connected bottom like that, usually Chugoku.
You know how like some regions of Japan will have like the sign pressed kind of unevenly instead of down the middle, they'll do it like either side. Do you think that's worth learning for a newer player?
Probably not. I'd say go for regional clues. Like, as long as you can get the region every time, or like almost every time, depending on the round, of course, you will like never really go too wrong.
Right. That's true.
And it's very easy to learn just the regional stuff first.
Right. Okay, well, I don't really see anything else here.
And if you want to like dig deeper, there's just a ton of different things. There's stickers. There's the diamonds, the stop font.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess my guess at the moment would be like Okayama or something, maybe. Do you want me to move over to this so we can look, or do you want to talk anything more about the no moving?
You could drive over just to verify. I mean, okay, we have some good stuff here on the pole as well. Like, I mean, obviously you have the pole plates already, where the bottom one you can see that it says something in a small text. Yeah, that's actually a meta as well.
Yeah, these ones are also Chukoku, right?
Yeah, Chugoku. There's a very similar one in Shikoku though.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, if you can narrow it down to Shikoku and Chugoku, you're already pretty good.
Yeah,
but then you have something that is, I don't know if it's that widely known, but you have these stickers right above the reflector.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are Chugoku specific, and they are very commonly used on electricity poles.
Nice.
So keeping an eye out for those can be really helpful, because sometimes you really can't tell what's going on with the poles, and you can't like make out the pole plate, but you can see these stickers, and they are really, really helpful. There's also the fact that the slightly like thinner poles usually don't have anything useful on them, and the same goes with the like thinner metal poles. They will never have regional plates on them. They don't have any like useful attachments either. But in Chugoku, they usually put these stickers on those as well. So
okay, nice.
That has helped me many times to get Chugoku when there's been no other regional clues. So
excellent. I like it. Okay. Are you happy with my region guess, or is there anything else I'd say about that?
No, like this is this could really be any of them.
Yeah.
So
I will click.
You go with your heart for the mountains. But I mean, you ended up getting closer now. So.
That is good. That is a good result. Okay, that's a nice meta. The stickers. I'll try and remember that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, definitely a pretty high yield one for Chugoku, I think.
Right. I mean, initial vibes here. Now that you're giving me a bunch of metas, you want to hear a Zigzag Japan meta?
Sure.
I'm assuming this has been. I don't even know if discovered's the right word because it's not really that useful, but it is something interesting that I noticed because I was going to film a video for like very basic GeoGuessr tips, and I wanted to find like a sticker or like a yellow and black sticker on the pole, and I realized that in Greater Tokyo you like never have them. They never have the yellow and black stickers on the poles, like for this whole area. I checked like 20 or 25 frames in a row and never found one.
Are you talking about reflectors or which stickers?
Like just like the black and yellow stickers, you feel me? Reflector on the pole.
Oh yeah. I haven't really thought about that, but
I mean, I barely get a chance to use it, but if I'm in a Osaka Tokyo 50/50 and I see one, then I will lean Osaka, and that tends to at least work better than nothing. Something interesting.
I actually haven't been playing as much Japan lately. I spent so much time like last year playing it that at one point it was just like I'm just grinding what I already know.
Right.
So I've been just working on a lot of other countries recently. But I plan on getting back to Japan and going to more non-infrastructural metas as well.
Right. That would be fun.
You mean more architecture and stuff like that? Because there's definitely more things you can get out of architecture. I have a couple of architectural metas that I use.
I have an interesting little theory as well, because everyone knows about the Hiroshima red roofs, but I feel like when you get that kind of more northern vibe, there are tons of like red roofs around like Miyagi and Fukushima, I feel.
Yeah, there's definitely like both like like on the coast right there. There's like pretty much around the border. You get a lot of them.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm glad my theory was at least somewhat right. That's good.
And there's also, especially just for the northern regions, there are a couple of roofs that are quite useful.
Yeah, I know that there's like kind of more European influence, kind of more interesting looking architecture in the north, or less traditional or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there's also
Okay, well, I think it's Kanto in this one. I've noticed.
Like there are a couple of I mean there might be something to it. I know there's a couple of reflectors that they use in the Greater Kanto or Greater Tokyo region, but they're usually different kinds that I'm thinking of. So,
what prefecture is this?
That is part of Tokyo.
What is this border then?
It doesn't say, but
right. Anyway, I thought that since I've been looking, anywho, this is pretty flat.
There, but I think it says Ota on the top part of that. It's just me reading. So the first two characters in the top left.
Yeah.
No, like one sign over those two.
So what would that mean?
Ota is it's a pretty big place in southeastern Gunma.
Southeastern Gunma. Ota. I see. Nice. Okay. Well.
And it's
O2.
I would say it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to region guess the urban area around Tokyo, because a lot of it just looks very similar. You could learn that, but that's really nerd level, and I only know a handful of them anyways.
So wait, so 028, is this 028 in Gunma?
028 would be Tochigi, but it's close enough to Tochigi that I could believe that it's somewhere in that area.
Sure.
But it might not be.
So let me try and do it. It's like Hokkaido, right? Around that much.
011 to 016.
011 to 016, yeah. And then I guess the next 4 would be taken up in these 3, maybe?
Yeah, 17, 18, 19.
17, 18, 19. Then okay, so like 2's clearly down to Tochigi roughly.
Yeah, so including like Nagano as well.
One number gets skipped, right? Is it 3 or 4?
Well, it starts in Miyagi with 2-2.
Oh, in Miyagi
So
goes
there's no
to
2-1.
Oh, okay.
Like all of urban or like Tokyo City is 3, and then the rest of Tokyo Prefecture plus a bit of Saitama. Like I would say the 4s are the most annoying ones to learn because they don't always follow the prefecture borders, and there's so many of them and they don't really follow any nice pattern. So,
Right.
But as long as you have an 04 or something, you know you're in the area around Tokyo anyways. So
Yeah. And so 3's downtown, 4's that area, so then all of a sudden Nagano is 5?
and Nagano is in the 2, like it's 02's or what? I haven't looked at these forever. Yamanashi is in the 5.
Okay.
Osaka, like again, the city of Osaka is 06, and then you have 07 around, like in the rest of Kansai.
Right.
And in Hokuriku as well. Like
Right.
07 is probably the second hardest ones to learn because they also don't really follow borders that well.
Right.
And are kind of a mess, but they sort of go in a counterclockwise around Osaka.
And then also 09, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, nice. Let's see here. Okay, quite a fair way away. Koga Kubo Park. Let's go. Let's see if I can use some area codes and remember correctly as well. Okay, this architecture, this is immediately looking like a northern roof to me.
Yes, exactly. It's a fairly common one where you have a much steeper slope on one side and then
They kind of look goofy, but I do like the vibe they give, I gotta say.
Yeah. So these roofs are fairly like, and they will also almost always be metal roofs.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's
Yeah, that also just gives you a completely
very good,
different.
Yeah, it's a very good way to just get Tohoku and North.
Yeah. We do have some Fuki here, but it looks kind of almost cultivated in a way.
Yeah.
These ones are surely more common in Tohoku, right?
They are that specific design only Tohoku.
Right.
So
The
that one is a very good one to know.
Is it because it only goes halfway around, or because it's grey, or what?
It is the it looks very similar to the extremely default ones that you get, the black and yellow ones.
Yeah.
But it's grey and white instead. Sometimes grey and yellow, but mostly just grey and white.
Okay.
And they come in this more like slightly longer variant, and then there's a slightly more like compact version as well. But as long as you get,
would you call this one the compact one?
No, this is the slightly longer one.
Okay, we have a Claymore.
The
as
compact
well.
one is more almost square in size.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that.
In shape.
Yeah, okay. We have the Claymore too, and we have the Tohoku one, so that's nice. We have like default ass like pole tops here.
Yeah,
that's like
Tohoku really, like, it has good transformers, but pole attachments and pole tops, there's very few useful ones.
Right.
So,
there
are a couple of ones that are useful, but they are so rare that you don't really see them that often. And here again, you have the square and the bar is coming out of the top of the square. So
yeah. Okay, over this way. I mean, there's an abundance of clues here. Obviously it is Tohoku, but I'm thinking it's pretty far north as well. That's the vibe I'm getting here. Probably Aomori.
I would at least go northern half, considering like
the vibes.
I love roofs, so
yeah.
And it definitely goes the same way with these metal roofs. That the further north you go, the more it's just all metal.
Definitely. And I mean, we see vast majority metal here. Not quite, Mumrick. Unlucky. Okay, 20k, that was good. just let me know whenever time's running short. But yeah,
I've done most of my important stuff today, anyways. I only have to go down to the pharmacy a bit later, but that's open until like for another 5-6 hours. So that's not. No issue.
Well,
so
I see.
I think it should be 042 at least, which again would be the rest of Tokyo Prefecture and a bit of Saitama.
Right. Oh yeah. Pretty big buildings west. That checks out.
Urban. We have a pretty funny looking pole top on the second pole.
This one?
Yeah, you see this one?
Yeah.
I call this the boyfriend pole top because it looks like a B and an F connected together.
Yeah.
If you have a bit of an imagination.
Yeah, I see it.
And these are also Kanto specific and pretty easy to spot from a distance, so quite nice. Sometimes they come in even bigger, like with one more bar.
Yep. Nice.
But just the general style. But yeah,
does that make it a boy?
Generally, the squares.
Boy, something else.
The squares, like if you only see one, don't trust it too much. Like if you're talking about the closer one, even though this one is. Like when you see it close enough, this one is a very deliberate square. It has these like 90-degree connecting piece from the horizontal to the vertical ones to hold the square together. And squares, they're more scuffed, but you see that support part underneath.
Yeah.